let's get this started. So let us start while people still get in here. Let's do the let's do the official trailer just while people are getting here. And then we'll start with the video. We have so many lined up. I'm gonna skip a couple of them depending on which ones don't seem that interesting. But let's go.
Those in darkness once lay dormant, now return. We who came before rise again. Behold, the first edict.
New endgame arenas. Areas. New boss. Genesis tree crafting.
We become one.
Lot of reworks.
You are completely alone.
Skills. Wow, there's a lot. Thankfully we have like 25 videos to go through, so that shouldn't be too bad.
Hunt like it's your last.
Continue the search. See what you can find.
Wait, what was that? Is this just the Atlas looks a lot better now? 15 new bosses. New Atlas passive tree. I heard you can get every node on this tree. I heard you're supposed to. Ascendancy. Can't wait to see it. This is the one I'm actually excited for. Martial artist. 40 uniques. Much more. Okay, cool. That was just the official trailer. Now we go through each one of these videos. Some of them are like a minute long, but yeah, I'm hoping this gives me an idea of whether or not I'm going to play this league and whether or not I'm going to go a certain build.
Hi, I'm Mark Robert.
That is the goal.
Game Director on Path of Exile. Today, we'd like to showcase 2 new unique items. First, Nightfall, a shield of the Breachlord Tull herself. And then, Redemption, a Trathan weapon of absolute destruction. These are both being added in Return of the Ancients. Tull ruled her frozen, barren wasteland with an eye cast outward to worlds beyond. She wanted more for her brood, and being the formidable breachlord that she is, she waged war to get what she wanted. Nightfall gives you the opportunity to wage war like a breachlord. Using Soaring Midnight, you throw the shield outward. If you do nothing, it will return to you. However, using the skill again while the shield is airborne will teleport you to the shield and
Teleport you to the shield if you catch it. Soaring Midnight. Hurl your shield as a projectile. It returns to you. While it's in flight, the skill is replaced. This skill's cooldown is skipped if you catch the shield or destroy an ice crystal. I don't understand. So can you use this can you return to it all the time? It has a 4-second cooldown, so I guess every 4 seconds you can use it.
slam it down for ultimate devastation. Catching the shield or destroying ice crystals will reset the cooldown, allowing you, in the right condition, to become an avalanche yourself. Now another unique, Redemption. This is certainly no ordinary weapon. It specializes in all things that go boom. This weapon was created during the peak of the Trathan Wars, and wielded by none other than Ratha Azadi herself. It was designed specifically for her to send a message. Never again would a rival house doubt the ferocity of House Azadi. This modified crossbow cannot use normal ammunition skills, but is particularly effective at leveraging various grenades to demonstrate your explosive rhythm. That's because this isn't really even a crossbow at all. In fact, we've made an entirely new base type for this unique, which you can find at endgame and craft to be a rare item too, including having a more grenade-oriented mod pool.
Redemption guaranteed.
Okay, so they're
Armed with Redemption, and once you have caught
they're bringing grenade launchers to this game now. We've always had like explosives, but I don't think we've had anything like this.
enough trouble,
Oh, how'd you like this?
you're ready to unleash explosive fervor, which causes you to ignore the typical cooldowns of grenade skills, on top of dramatically increasing their fire rate if you fire a medley of grenades, allowing you to go on an actual rampage, obliterating everything in sight.
Yeah!
This looks actually broken.
Hit the dirt!
You'll be able to find Nightfall and Redemption as in-game unique items in Return of the Ancients. Join us for the release of Return of the Ancients on May 29th.
So definitely one of these looks stronger than the other. Depending on where you get this might be like end tier unique. I don't know if everyone's gonna be able to get this. I mean, this shield looks sick as well. Any travel skills, that's a big W. Gain 1 explosive rhythm every 2 times you use a grenade skill. So this just ramps up and you just keep ramping. So this is incredible for map clear. I don't know about the bosses. It did show a boss dying pretty easily here.
Hit the dirt!
But I don't know if that's like temporary or anything. Super interesting. Alright, 1 video down. Next. Spirit Walker Ascendancy Showcase. You can tame bosses. Okay.
We mountain-born hold the spirit dear. But I seek not just to hold it. I seek to become its champion, like the Asmiri of old. I seek to become a spirit walker.
In Return of the Ancients, we're adding an ascendancy class for the Huntress, the Spirit Walker. We covered some of this in our recent content review, but here we will dig deeper and even showcase some potential builds. Most of the Ascendancy class is devoted to 3 aspects of the spirit: Vivid, Primal, and Wild. The Vivid path conjures stampeding stags when you attack. Vivid Stampede gives you extra damage, area coverage, and shocking capabilities. If you want to really focus on the stags, the Morrigan's Guidance lets you create even more stampedes with even more damage, trampling your enemies into dust. The Primal path means
Wow, that path is going to be legitimately good. I'm not going to pause too much, but that path sounds really good for triggering. If you like to use like wands attacking or something like that, this might be good. We'll see. I don't know how they trigger yet.
meanwhile, is all about projectiles. The owl grants you boons in the form of their feathers, which can be spent to add extra projectiles to your next skill. If you'd rather unleash the occasional barrage, the Mucker's Gift lets you store up and use multiple feathers at once. And if you're really keen, the owl feathers work on spells too. For those who prefer their animal companions to be more literal, summon a wild protector to give your enemies a bear hug they won't soon forget. The bear is a powerful companion in its own right, and can also provide significant utility. Breaking enemy armor, maiming enemies, violent intimidating roars, and keeping itself fit to fight with its large health pool and life leech. Best of all, the bear doesn't even take up your companion slot, so you can keep your tame beast alongside you too. The Cartha's balance skill can take your companion's damage one step further by giving them extra damage based on your weapon. Spirit walkers who master all 3 aspects of the spirit may attract the favor of the elusive Sacred Wisps. The Sacred Unity passive is free. It provides enhancements to all 3 skills. The stags seek out enemies and can turn mid-stampede. Owl feather empowered skills create a new type of ground effect. And the bear protects allies near it. Taking this node also causes all 3 skills to change appearance to reflect their sacred empowerment. The Spirit Walker has a couple of tricks up her sleeve outside of animal spirits. Idolatry provides massive bonuses to more minion-focused builds. And last, but definitely not least, the Natural Order passive grants Tame Beast the ability to tame bosses. Yep, all of these. It probably won't come as a surprise to hear that these bosses can cut through packs and bring the pain to their former friends. If you like the look of the Spirit Walker, but need some further inspiration for what to do with her, we've put together a couple of in-game builds to give you ideas.
Okay, before we get to those builds, I need to read this Unity thing because that seems broken. So you can allocate this anytime. Certain projectile of owl feathered and power skills leaves a trail of soaring ground. Vivid Stag leaps towards enemies. So why would you not want to take this if it just buffs everything? I guess it's like just an optional thing.
Spirit walkers who master all 3 aspects of the spirit may attract the favor.
Oh, okay, you need all 3 colors first. So you need 1 ascendancy. Okay. So basically, you're going to have to spec exactly like this if you want to use the Sacred Unity. Okay. That is fine, that's fair.
And features. Thanks to Primal Bounty, allocating wild Primal Bounty.
Let's find out where the builds start again.
First up, we have the Stormbringer. We have a standard looking Twister build dialed to 11 where we utilize Whirling Slash and Barrage to unleash twisters to devastate our enemies. We will use a combination of Barrage and our new notable Primal Bounty to create so many twisters it more resembles a full cyclone. Allocating Wild Protector, Primal Bounty, and Vivid Stampede will unlock a notable that empowers all three, giving them more utilities and features. Thanks to Primal Bounty and the Mucker's Gift, we generate a Primal Owl Feather every few seconds that will be used when we dodge roll to empower our next projectile attack, firing more twisters and increasing their speed. But now we want to start to empower our Wind Ruckus with the elements, gaining significantly more damage. To do that, we take Vivid Stampede, which grants us a Vivid Wisp every 10 meters we travel, which we can do faster by following our soaring ground. And then we expend those wisps to unleash a stampede of Stag Spirits. Not only do they help kill enemies, they also create shock ground.
Wow.
There you have it. All that combined, we have our Stormbreaker.
Yeah, this class looks like it has so many synergies going on. It also looks very easy to play. You can see the skills down here. It's literally just your dodge roll, spinny, tornadoes, barrage.
And for our second build today, we have the Zookeeper. This build is for those who prefer to sit back and let your animal army do all the work. The Spirit Walker has enlisted the entire zoo to fight on her behalf, with a whopping 6 companion skills active. This is thanks to Sylvan's Effigy, a new unique scepter coming in Return of the Ancients that completely removes the companion cap.
Oh my god. Companion cap removed. I literally have a video where I begged for people to help me make a companion build. Looks like I just had to wait a couple more months.
And also gives us a big bad alpha wolf that buffs all our other companions. We've also got a pack of regular wolves, 3 different tame beasts, including the mighty Silverfist, and our trusty bear, with our last bits of spirit used on some skeletal clerics to keep everyone healthy. All you have to do is sit back and enjoy the show, and maybe remind your alpha wolf to summon its spirit friends every once in a while. This might be a good time to mention that companion damage has been buffed across the board. This build squeezes maximum value out of Spirit Walker's Idolatry node, even wearing Darkness Enthroned to equip more idols. Finally, we're going all the way to the Cartha's Balance and wielding a juicy spear to grant our companions a lot of damage. So, are you ready to embrace the full power of the Spirit? You can do just that on May 29th, when...
That is crazy. I can't believe they have a companion class now. I spent so much time trying to make that work, and all I had to do was wait for an ascendancy. Incredible. Streamlining the campaign. Okay, so this looks like it is a campaign change, which hopefully is...
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts,
easier than the current campaign.
Game Director on Path of Exile. We've heard player feedback on the time it takes to replay the campaign. We're actively going to be making changes to streamline that going forward, and today we'd like to show you some examples coming in Return of the Ancients. To start off with, in the Growlwood in Act 1, if you happen to find the river, you can follow it upstream and it will always lead you to the Red Vale. When seeking the Tree of Souls, keep an eye out for these magical glowing roots. Follow them and you'll find the tree. That's not all. In the same area, you may even see these mushrooms. If you do, keep an eye out for the entrance to the Grim Tangle. It's nearby. Now, the hunting grounds is pretty huge, which is why we're making it easier for you to spot both the entrances to other areas and the various landmarks in this area. Like this nifty signpost in the middle of the path, which will lead you to the Ogham farmlands.
Okay.
And if that wasn't enough direction, there's now a rather grim farm-to-table trail in the form of this picked at bovine leading straight to the territory of its butcher, the Bloody Crowbar. The ritual in this area, once completed, will create a trail of locusts leading direct to Freythorn. And once in Freythorn, each ritual will do the same, to the next closest ritual. This has even been updated to rituals in endgame as well, as an added perk.
Okay, so far what I'm getting is when you're doing the campaign, just make sure to pay attention to things that might seem like they're leading you somewhere, because they might be doing that now.
Moving into Act 2. Traitor's Passage now has a guaranteed intersection, where one of the ways will always lead to Balbala, and one to the exit. To know which way to go, just follow the Maraketh parchment, which was used to bind djinns. Surely that'll lead to the Djinn Balbala, right? And of course, Titan Valley. Now you are immediately presented with your goal of the level, this giant set of Titan heads. Behind each is an entrance to a linear canyon. Reach the end of the canyon, activate the seal, and use the newly spawned portals to return back to the start and see what activating the seal did. Significantly smoother and clearer objectives in this area.
That is so nice.
Act 3. The jungle areas have camps of explorers to sell you items. However, they are now even more useful. By talking to the explorers, they will point towards the next area. The destination is also revealed on your minimap, so you'll always know where to go. That's not all we've improved in the start of Act 3. We've moved the entrance to the waterways to be in the jungle ruins, instead of the infested barrens. And we've added an alternate escape route from the Venom Crypts, to allow you to shortcut through the jungle. And we've even moved the Azak Bog to be in the waterways, so you don't need to go searching for it in said sparse jungle. But these are just a few examples. There are many more improvements throughout the game, and we'll...
Okay, we will take campaign improvements any day of the week. That actually does look a lot smoother. The first, especially Act 2, that is so confusing, especially those giants, so I'm glad they changed that. Okay, reworked uniques. This one's short.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts, Game Director on Path of Exile. Today, we'd like to showcase 2 unique items straight out of the mysterious Wildwood. These are existing items, but have been completely reworked in Return of the Ancients. First, we have a rebranded Husk of Dreams, Reverie, and then the Hollow Mask. A great choice for those botanists out there. A druidic Magi woman, Sorel of Caer Tarth, led many into battle against the Nameless, who threatened the Wildwood. She was so in tune with the goddess that she'd call upon the very roots of the forest to aid her allies in the heat of battle. With the armor of Sorel, you too can call upon the aid of the goddess Viridian. While Reverie is equipped, you forego regular life flask use to instead passively apply recovery from life flasks constantly. Reverie also grants a sigil skill called Rite of Restoration. Use it to call the goddess to your aid, creating an area that amplifies the defense and regeneration of all those standing within the circle. While you are inside the invocation circle, the bonuses to your defense and regeneration become stronger and stronger as you spend mana. Now, the Hollow...
Let me read this real quick. The actual unique.
Call upon the roots of the forest to aid her allies on the...
Okay, Rite of Restoration. So this is armor, energy shield, and non-unique life flasks apply their effects constantly. And you have 48% less life flask recovery. So you basically just get a ton of regen using this. Interesting.
Roots penetrate your flesh and bone, defense and mask, Its roots penetrate your flesh and bone, giving you a direct connection to Viridi herself. What better way to see all the potential gifts she has in store for you? While adorning the hollow mask, it will reveal gifts from the goddess in the form of ancient blooms.
Ancient blooms, okay. They fade.
These flowers manifest in the different forms of the wisps of the wildwood. Collecting them will respectively grant you charges for your life flask, mana flask, or charms. But there's more. With its roots well and truly embedded in you, the hollow mask causes any remnants that you collect to be shared to your allies in addition to affecting you. You may want to consider using both of these when playing with your friends, especially when used together, serve as a powerful combo for supporting your allies. You'll be able to find...
Interesting. That is a very... I mean, that's a great support build. I mean, you have two uniques, one that gives your allies, I don't know, life flasks and stuff, and then the other one just gives them a ton of healing. Sick, honestly. I don't remember what they were before, but easy. Next video, Path of Exile 2 has a build planner. This is only a minute long.
Now, making a character build in Path of Exile 2 can be pretty complex. While some players enjoy creating their own builds, many prefer following community guides. Over the years, the community has built some incredible tools for this. However, we wanted to make the experience for following a build even smoother. So we're introducing the new build guide system directly in-game. Here's how it works. Build creators can now export their guides in a new file format, the .build file. Once you download one, put it in the builds directory under Path of Exile 2 in your documents folder. After that, it will appear inside the client, and selecting it shows you everything you need to play that build.
Wow.
You can see the full passive tree, your ascendancy choices, the skill gems you need to equip, and recommended support gems to go with them.
Wow.
In each of these locations, there's a drop-down box that allows you to select which build guide you are currently following. So if you want to get more than one to see what different creators recommend, then it's easy to toggle between them. For gear, creators can specify exact uniques for each slot, or simply leave notes describing what kind of item they're looking for.
This literally changes everything. I don't care what anyone says. This will make PoE 2 so much easier. As long as you can figure out dragging that build file into your folder. Wow. Look at this. It tells you exactly what you want on that item, so you don't even have to really think. Wow, we don't have to think anymore.
In fact, they can add notes to almost anything, explaining trade-offs, alternatives, or how different parts of the build work together. So with all that said, have fun exploring builds or creating guides. Check them out and so much more. And
yeah, that's crazy. I hope you guys don't expect me to make you a build guide, because that's going to happen probably way later than you're going to need it from me. Just follow someone like Zizarin or anyone else for a build guide. Not me. Unless I get a good build, then I'll show you guys, but until then. New unique items, the Auspex and Facebreaker.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts, Game Director on Path of Exile. Today, we'd like to showcase 2 more unique items. First up we have the Auspex, an attire to drive your foes mad with. And then, a remake of a Path of Exile 1 classic, Facebreaker, which provides a variety of ways to bring the ultimate beatdown on your enemies. These are both coming in Return of the Ancients. In ancient times, a lost child was taken in by an Azmeri village.
You said, oh my god, it's so cunt? Wait, you talking about this?
And then, a remake of a Path of Exile 1 classic.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Declared him an ill omen, as their crops soured and their days darkened. Thereafter, ravens gathered and mists descended, following him, driving him deeper and deeper into madness. Harness that madness and become the Auspex yourself. Summon a singular mist raven, a minion that will ravage your foes and kill enemies. The mist raven has a unique command skill, which causes it to dive at your targets, shattering reality and creating an explosion of madness. Enemies killed by the Mist Raven will also grant you frenzy charges, giving the Raven extra utility.
Interesting.
The Mist Raven also causes enemies in your presence to gain grueling madness, a slowing debuff that empowers your other slows to be even more potent. Finally, the Auspex also makes your deflect chance lucky while you're on low life. It seems the Mist Raven does a good job of instilling fear in your enemies. Next up we have Facebreaker. The Ezamites and Eternal Empire have a bloody history. Some enjoyed the thrill of battle a little more than others. Follow in the footsteps of the Red Wolf with his legendary gloves. While equipped and your hands are empty, you can use all mace skills with just your fists.
Weak!
This is the ultimate Smackdown unique.
Got you!
As you progress through the campaign, you too can collect teeth of enemies you've pulverized. As you break their faces, you can track the bosses you've smashed on your map, with each granting you added physical damage.
What?
Facebreaker provides offense.
Whoa. You farm bosses to get stronger? Hurt boss's face broken. Each boss encounter on the world screen is a wait, so you legitimately have to take your Facebreaker and go farm every boss? What? So if you get a good Facebreaker, you have to go through the entire campaign now and kill every boss, or is it? Let me reread this.
You too can collect teeth of enemies you've pulverized. As you break their faces, you can track the bosses you've smashed on your map, with each granting you added physical damage. Facebreaker provides offensive and defensive benefits for stacking up strength, so you can become a true face-breaking powerhouse.
Leave it for me!
I mean, just check this out. Hammer of the Gods? How about Fist of the Gods? You'll be able to torment minds with the Auspex and break faces with...
Okay, that is ridiculous. I need to know if you have to farm bosses after you get a Facebreaker, or if it's like an account thing. So like, okay, I got the icon, I killed the boss. Hopefully it's just if you beat that boss, it counts. We'll see. We will see. Okay, next video.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of
Exploring the Ocean. Okay.
Exile 2. In the Runes of Aldo League, logbooks are seeing some big changes. It's time to go seafaring like true explorers. Yes, you can explore the ocean. To the southeast of the Atlas lies a vast ocean with new environments to discover and treasures to unearth. In the Runes of Aldo, while doing expedition encounters, you might find logbooks, and by using these on the ocean, a small part of it will be revealed. As the fog recedes, you'll discover many new islands, most of which you won't have seen before, and all of them will contain expedition encounters. In these encounters, you'll need to blow up the remains of buried Kalgurans, bringing them back to life only to slay them again and steal their loot. Expeditions now also include the Runes of Aldo crafting remnants, granting immense opportunities with a wide selection of recipes. But there's more than just the buried dead. Each island has all sorts of things to find and explode. In the bleached shoals, you'll discover siren eggs throughout the area, as well as clams that contain a surprising amount of riches. As you destroy the eggs, siren spawn will emerge from the water. But be careful. If you destroy enough eggs, the siren herself will arrive to defend her children. On this craggy peninsula, you can find another camp of the kin, hiding in their hovels. Blowing them up should get them out of there. And while you're at it, you can free some of their caged beasts. They've even caged some exiles in order to watch them fight with each other. Why not blow them up too? In this inland heath, you will find a gigantic remnant with a series of smaller runestones. Each one you blow up will activate another slot on the massive remnant, allowing you to craft almost any recipe.
Whoa.
But there's still many more. Free trap wisps, blow open root doors, even raise ancient precursor technology. In order to explore the ocean further, we'll need to acquire more logbooks by killing runic monsters, indicated by large flagpoles around the dig site. With each logbook, you can explore more of the ocean, and you can go as deep as you like. There are ancient vaults, a bunch of new bosses, all sorts of underground areas, and a few other surprises. There's just so much.
Was that a nuke? Yeah, this looks very complicated, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna need more than a 2-minute guide on that one. But it's nice to see that they are reworking things like Expedition, because it was cool in PoE 1, but I feel like people didn't really do it in PoE 2. Alright, so you need to see these Ascendancy changes. They better change the companion person. I forget what class it was. I think it's the Ritualist. I don't remember, but they need to change that and buff it or something.
In Return of the Ancients, we're making several much anticipated balance changes to the Chronomancer and Gemling Legionnaire Ascendancy classes. Let's take a closer look at some of them.
Well,
starting with the Gemling Legionnaire, we've expanded on how the Gemling interacts with quality on his gems. Every socketable skill in the game now has an additional quality option available through the Advanced Thaumaturgy Ascendancy skill. Once allocated, simply hold Alt while hovering your skill gems to preview an additional bonus granted by gem quality. You're gonna see some amazing effects. An example is Fireball. Instead of firing only 2 additional projectiles, why not fire up to 10 in a circle? Combined with consuming a fire infusion, you can fire a devastating ring of explosive projectiles that then each explode into another ring of smaller firebolts. Another example of an added quality that may also add quality to your life is Explosive Shot. Instead of having to reload after every shot, you can gain 2 more rounds in your magazine for a burst of deadly impact. With the Gemling Legionnaire's mastery of gems, he is also able to conjure a powerful barrier from his socketed skill gems, named the Virtuous Barrier. Each socketed skill gem empowers the barrier, making its effects stronger depending on the gem's required attributes. With the Virtuous Barrier skill providing some much needed defenses, and the additional qualities of over 200 different skill gems, it's more than meets the eye, and we look forward to seeing what you can come up with for your builds.
Jeez, the Gemling is even more complicated now. Congratulations, PoE. Congratulations, you've created a monster.
Onwards to the Chronomancer. First off, let's start with one of its new notable skills, Phased Form. With Phased Form allocated, and due to your mastery over time, you are able to take less damage, causing a portion of that damage to be taken after a delay. This serves as a pretty strong defensive node, especially as the delayed damage only applies to hits, so you just straight up mitigate any damage over time effects. What makes this really cool though, is that by taking—
Wait, no damage over time affected? Hold on. Take 30% less damage after 30% less damage. 4 seconds after being damaged by an enemy hit, take damage equal to 30% of that hit's damage. Huh? So you just take 30% less damage, and that includes damage over time? What are we talking about?
Especially as the delayed damage only applies to hits, so you just straight up mitigate any damage over time.
Okay, they said mitigate. It doesn't mean you're immune, so that Burning Ground did 30% less damage.
Effects. What makes this really cool though, is that by taking Temporal Rift, the delayed damage from Phased Form can entirely be negated. If you take a big hit, then use Temporal Rift, not only does your life recover back to what it was, but the delayed damage is just eradicated. Now some changes to existing Ascendancy skills, starting with Inevitable Agony. This has received new visual and gameplay effects, such as displaying your stored damage to bosses on static life bars. Also, now when the stored damage reaches a lethal level, the effect will trigger immediately to wipe your enemy out. The Rapid River passive skill, which made recoup occur much faster, has been removed, but a lot more recoup speed investment has been added to the core passive tree, allowing a lot more builds to gain access to this power. Additionally, a highly requested change has finally come. Time Snap and Time Freeze can now both be allocated without requiring all 8 Ascendancy points. Finally, Now and Again has been changed to cause your spellcasts to have a chance to alter time itself and both echo and repeat. Both roles are independent of each other, allowing you to unleash a powerful burst of spells all at once. Try out these changes and...
I'm not gonna lie, that one went way over my head. Hopefully those were good changes. I have no clue. I don't even know why I watched that one. I was watching it and none of it made any sense to me. Good quality of life though. Oh boy. Breach rework recap. Do we watch the entire Breach rework? Martial Artist Ascendancy, free weekend. We're not gonna watch that. Delirium changes. Ritual changes. Launch Twitch drops. Become a rune seeker. What is this? Rune crafting. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, let's look at the martial artist because I think I might play that.
The dreamer showed me a path. But through discipline and training, I have forged my own.
In Return of the Ancients, we're adding the 3rd Ascendancy class for the Monk, the Martial Artist. The Martial Artist took his training into his own hands and has spent decades mastering his proficiency of hollow techniques, building his body into the ultimate weapon. The Monk may still walk the Dreamer's path, but the Martial Artist redefines how, mostly by punching things very hard. Let's take a look at what he has to offer, starting with his exclusive skills.
Whoa.
Hollow Focus rings a death knell for your foes. Ethereal bells constantly appear around you, and hitting them causes them to shatter with a powerful shockwave. These bells can always be killed and are always primed for stun, so using them with Killing Palm and Staggering Palm is ultra useful. These bells are also always critically hit. Why does that last bit matter? Well, Hollow Resonance thrives on critical hits. The final step for the bell-centric part of the martial artist is strapping a bell to your back, which will ring out whenever you critically hit an enemy, delivering damage around you. Both of these bell skills are also quite good at stunning, which will come in handy later.
Jesus.
If you prefer keeping your distance from the fray, Hollow Form lets your astral projections do the dirty work for you. While channeling, you constantly spawn clones of yourself that attack with skills of your choice. You can also spend power charges to spawn triple the clones for maximum damage and maximum ruckus.
This looks insane. What are we talking about?
And for the 3 of you who are thinking, but what about shapeshifting? Enjoy your meditating wolf. Of course, the martial artist has plenty to offer besides new skills, such as taking pride in his Ezomite training by tattooing runes into his flesh. Runic Meridians gives you 5 extra rune sockets to play with, perfect for all the new runes you can find in the Runes of Elder League. If you want to focus on chaining together attacks, Martial Adept and Martial Master are tailor-made for you, generating massive amounts of combo to spend on things like these and protecting you while you do it. Remember how I mentioned being good at stunning might come in handy? Way of the Mountain covers you in a stony carapace when you immobilize enemies. The stacks are easy come, easy go, but provide massive benefits. causing your attacks to deal a lot more damage, and reducing the damage you take from smaller hits to a tickle. Last, but certainly not least, let's put on some nice normal gloves and... wait, what the heck are these? Way of the Stone Fist transforms any gloves you equip into fists of stone until you take them off. These gloves grant truckloads of evasion and energy shield, but more importantly, they transform the explicit modifiers on the gloves you equip, and yes, it works on everything. This, that.
Okay. So this goes from... This is a unique, and it goes from reduced attack speed, adding physical damage, okay. And now it has reduced cast speed. Fists of Stone. Whoa. Hollow palm... Are these random?
And yep, even these. Needless to say, there's a lot to discover about this one. So that's what the class can do, but how does it come together in practice? We've got a couple of endgame builds to show you to demonstrate the might of the martial artist. First up, the snowbound executioner wields a big staff, bells, and a very well-toned body to ice out his foes. Shattering Palm and Herald of Ice mow down packs of enemies and continuously trigger the shockwaves of both our bell skills. Because we're constantly freezing enemies, we're generating lots of Mountains teaching stacks to keep the damage flowing and protect us while clearing. And we're also taking full advantage of Way of the Stone Fist with this monstrous pair of gloves. Against tougher targets, we switch to Ice Strike and deploy even more bells per second with a Temper spell. Our cooldown reduction also allows Hollow Resonance to trigger as frequently as possible for even more damage. If you'd rather a little more fisticuffs, we've got a banger of a Hollow Palm technique build for you here. If you didn't know, Hollow Palm technique is a keystone on the regular passive tree that turns your fists into weapons in their own right, so it's perfect for martial artists. This particular build uses Staggering Palm's avalanche of projectiles to power up its whirling assault, and also gets great use out of Way of the Mountain thanks to how much it stuns enemies. But the centerpiece of the build is Hollow Form, and the huge benefits it gets from power charges. While clearing, we can rely on Killing Palm's inbuilt power charge generation. But what to do about bosses? Well, we've made sure...
Well, that is assuming that your Killing Palm can get a kill and you get the power charge, so I don't buy it yet. We'll see.
Killing Palm can handle those too. With Culmination and Aelith's Chimes providing a power charge engine, and Martial Adept...
Okay, well, maybe they literally just answered that. Culmination, support skills gain combo when you successfully attack. Okay, what does that have to do with anything? Aelith's Chimes support, interesting. Okay, so you can get more... When you expend combo, you can get power charges, so that might be what's happening when they're doing the clearing. If it doesn't kill the enemy or whatever.
And Martial Adept cranking it into overdrive, which means when a boss crosses your path, you can just do this. It is clear to see the martial artist is a well-disciplined powerhouse. So,
yeah, I cannot wait to play martial artist. I think that's what I'm going to start with. So far, it seems like that's what I'm going to start with. We'll see. Okay, martial artist. I don't want to see delirium changes. All these changes, it's a little too complex, you know. I feel like that's the type of thing you really have to experience. And then when you get there, you look at this guide, you know. Same with the ritual changes. What is this? Become a rune seeker?
Rune shapes, inscriptions. These are my life's work. The more I studied, the more I began to see similar shapes in the stars above. It was then that I dedicated myself to becoming a rune seeker.
As Pharaoh so kindly explained, runes are very powerful and ancient inscriptions, and they can be socketed into your items to grant them more power. During the League, inscribing symbols into remnants will let you choose between a bunch of different crafting runes that you can use to enhance your items. When you come across a remnant, it has a number of slots ranging from 2 to 7. The more slots, the more powerful the remnant encounter, but the more options you'll have to choose between. At the start of the game, you might find yourself crafting simple damage or resistance runes that are available at a lower level than you would normally be able to get them, giving you a decent power boost. But things quickly get more interesting. There are 22 runes for adding or modifying Runic Ward, a new resource that can protect you from death. Using these runes, you can add an extra defensive layer, or turn your Runic Ward into an offensive weapon using Kalguran runic skills. There are also 13 runes that add powers specific to weapon types, like this one which gives a chance for grenades to explode a second time. Or this one, which gives you a new buff called Druidic Prowess, when heavy stunning enemies.
Interesting.
In addition, there are 22 runes designed to give you power at low levels, like this one, which gives you a bunch of elemental resistances, or this one, which gives you a ton of spirit. These runes are designed to be powerful, but drop off in value as you level up. They're great.
Interesting. So you lose spirit per 2 levels, but you gain 50 spirit early. What was the elemental one? -10 to max elemental resist, +20 to all. So this is really good early because you're not maxing anything early. But later you're going to want to drop this. I like that.
They're great for power leveling a second character in the League. We also have 6 runes that can be used to expand the pool of modifiers used when doing high-level crafting. So for example, you can socket Katla's Gloom into some gloves, and it will enable the crafting of a bunch of new decay modifiers that can be used for damage over time builds.
Oh, that is
After
sickening.
socketing one of this type of rune, use regular exalts or chaos orbs to try and craft the new mods.
No, that is actually sickening. I think I'm going to be sick. Bleed and poison on gloves.
There are also several runes that have one-off powerful effects on items, but are bound forever into the socket. Like this one, which allows any item to gain another suffix. Or this one, which allows you to create a dual socket. Or this series of runes that can convert any elemental mod from one element to another. There's even a rune that can upgrade any other rune, allowing you to
What was that? Transform all fire and lightning to cold on a weapon.
Or this series of runes that can convert any elemental mod from one element to another. There's even a rune that can upgrade any other rune, allowing you to upgrade them beyond the normal limit.
Wow.
The last one I want to show you today is Aldur's Legacy, a special rune that can be socketed into any Kalguran or Ezomite unique to destroy it, but create a new rune that takes some of the properties of that unique. So for example, use this on a Trampletoe to create a Legacy of Trampletoe rune. Socket into any boots and, just like the unique it came from, you'll deal 10% of overkill damage to all enemies in a 2-meter radius. Or how about the Legacy of Twisted Empyrean? Destroy a Twisted Empyrean and you can add cold damage based on your maximum mana to any weapon. With Aldur's Legacy, you can create another 100 or so runes with all sorts of unique effects. At this point you might be thinking, that's a lot of new runes. And you'd be right, this is the runes of Aldur after all, but we didn't want the old runes to be left behind either. A significant number of the old runes that were not being used have been buffed as well, making this crafting system significantly better. Explore everything runes have to offer in the return.
Okay, yeah, as usual, that got really complex really fast. I'm sure there's going to be some really broken runes for some builds. Challenges and rewards. Do we care about the challenges? I've never really done the challenges. Let's just go to the rewards. So they're going to show us the rewards. No. Okay. We're going to skip that. user experience. This is what
Hi.
we are here for.
I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile 2. We've added a ton of new quality of life features in Return of the Ancients. Here's a couple you'll find useful in the endgame. The Atlas now has a search box that updates live as you type. If you have a specific map you'd like to run, just key in the name of it and you'll be able to locate it instantly. Hitting enter will move you from map to map, allowing you to easily move between them.
Ooh, that's good.
This works on more than just map names. You can find biomes, powerful bosses, or even specific mods. Really anything about a map you can think of. And this can come in handy if you get specific tablets that you want to use with specific mechanics. So for example, if you get a tablet that adds extra essence encounters, you might want to run it with a map that boosts essences. By typing essence in the search box, you can find maps that will affect them, like this map, which causes essence packs to have 2 rares in them.
Excellent.
Now that we have trade market search built into the game client, we've also added the ability to price check items you find more easily.
What?
Shift-Alt clicking an item will now instantly search for it on the trade market, showing you the current prices.
Oh my. I can finally uninstall all my trade tools. This is pretty much all I was using them for anyway.
For rare items, it's handy to exclude some mods, so we've added the ability to enable and disable each modifier individually, letting you see exactly how each one affects the item's price. And that's not all. The Fragment Stash tab.
The only thing I'll say about this is it's showing explicit here. So you wouldn't be able to tell about like total physical damage unless it's somewhere else. I guess we'll see.
Affects the item's price. And that's not all. The Fragment Stash tab is finally coming to Path of Exile 2, and with it comes some serious tabception. This tab is a dedicated storage for various boss fragments. There's also a tab for all your precursor tablets, with each tablet type receiving 6 tabs of storage. Finally, there's storage for your Jinn barriers and inscribed ultimatums, both of which also get 6 tabs each. Speaking of changes to stash tabs, with the Runes of Aldo League, there's a ton more runes that have been added to the game. In order to fit them, we've modified the Socketables stash tab. There are now 5 substashes for runes, Kalguran runes, soul cores, idols, and ancient augments, giving you much more space for all those.
Dude, how do you explain this to somebody? If they're trying to get into Path of Exile, how do you explain that we have a tab full of 5 tabs for items that you socket into your gear, and they all stack to like 5,000? You can't explain that.
Runes. All these features and much more are available in Return of the.
Alright, well, I mean, I'm very excited for the map search, and I am very excited for the trade tools. Let's see how it works out. And last but not least, the Kalguran Gem Showcase.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile 2. The Runes of Aldo League contains remnant encounters that can grant you a huge variety of rewards. Among these are Kalguran skills, fusions of Kalguran rune shapes, and Rayclast magic that are powered by your runic ward instead of mana. They also don't have attribute requirements, meaning they can be used with any class. You'll need to plan your ward costs around them, but with the right armor, and maybe a rune or two, you can augment your character with runic might, or even make a build dedicated to these new skills.
Holy.
Raise chilling volatile orbs with Bitter Dead, which spends ward to create chilling cores to seek out your enemies and explode them, also dealing damage and leaving behind a rune that deals cold damage over time. Exploding the corpses of enemies after they're dead might feel a little ancient. Instead, detonate your foes while they're still alive, causing enemies hit with detonate living that are under the cull threshold to immediately explode. Conductive Runes spends ward to create a number of runes in front of you. After arming, these hazardous runes will explode when stepped on by an enemy, dealing lightning attack damage and causing electrocution buildup. This skill excels in getting you out of your current predicament, incapacitating pursuers or getting you out of a tight corner. Runeforged Blades spends ward to make supported skills fire projectiles after fully armor breaking an enemy. Investing into projectile modifiers like Pierce or Chain will boost it even further. Eternal March taps into your reserves of runic ward to instantly restore your dead minions to life. Use it as a panic button when a boss crushes your army into dust, or even provide more fuel for minion explosions. Just be careful, as spending this much ward will leave you vulnerable. If you want to cosplay a turtle without holding a pesky shield, Runic Reprieve has you covered, literally. This channeled spell behaves quite similarly to raising your shield, blocking all hits you take. It even protects your back. However, every time you're hit, your ward depletes, and you can't recover it while channeling. Additionally, every hit causes heavy stun buildup on you, just like raising your shield. Sometimes what's buried in the past can still hurt you. Fragments of the Past creates a Verisium volcano, which spews ice fragments around you for a duration. This is an excellent way to augment your ice fragment builds, complementing your Wolf's Cross Slash or a Freezing Salvo ice build, as well as others. Try out these Kalgurin gems.
May 29th, 1 day away. I'm not that interested in Ward, I'm not gonna lie. The runic skills, they look cool, but I don't think I'm going to be using them as a martial artist, so that is that. For anybody here who's watching the YouTube video and not the stream, I'm probably going to play Path of Exile, so who knows if I'm going to make a build guide for this game. I'd have to get a really good build first. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten a little bit of a better idea, I'd say, over whether I'm going to play this league. The user experience and the trade tools alone, that is enough to make me play a league, to be honest. All this extra stuff, I don't even know what the ritual or delirium changes are, not to mention breach. I'm just excited for quality of life and the campaign. That was also a big one. The campaign changes, really big. But yeah, hopefully you guys play too. That is enough for the recording. I'm back on stream now. I'm probably going to play League of Legends. I will be right back and switch the stream to League of Legends. All right. I am back. And I will be starting League of Legends. I need to change all my categories on Twitch and stuff. Let me switch it to League of Dead. League of Legends. Done. Save. I think I have to change the YouTube too. I think I don't want to bait poor people. Poor people into thinking that there's Alright, I'm not going to change too much about that. Alright. It's very interesting doing a video recording live on stream. Definitely weird. I'm not editing that at all either. I'm just cutting the beginning and the end, that's it. Alright, is the client showing up here? It will. Nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. Very good. Only playing mid, or only playing ADC in mid. Please no autofill. The last thing I need. Let me Q snipe you? Okay. I'm gonna queue up in 3, 2, 1. Wait, you're in queue. What are you doing? Okay, I'm queuing up now. There's no way you're gonna be able to Q snipe. You're already in champ select? What the hell? Yeah. What are you, Emerald 2? What am I? Emerald 1? Yeah, never mind. I'm too high above you to get Q sniped like that. We are not the same. Bot lane. Do I link the stream to these people? Do you think that's a good idea? Do we think that's a good idea, or are they gonna snipe me? Mid, do you mind swapping roles? It's our top. I'm OTP mid. Great, dude. Great. How long did that stream take for Pathfinder? That had to be an hour long, actually. I think that legitimately took a full hour of sitting there and looking at Path of Exile videos. No hovers from my team, no info on the enemy team. I'm just gonna go brand. I don't care. I do not care. You know what? Let me. Fine. Fine. I'll link the stream to them. Alright, how do I get this? Open stream. There we go. Wait, I have a button for that. Dude, I have a button. I forgot I have a Stream Deck button. Boom. Boom. Dude, this always happens, dude. I first pick and people just cannot pull it together. Now I'm gonna have to build blood letters instantly. First item, blood letters. Thanks, guys. First item, blood letters. Second item, Zanya's. For when they just leave me to die. God, these people, they make me sick. They make me sick. Is anyone watching from YouTube? I know that I don't usually play League on stream. If you're in YouTube, type in the chat now. Now. Now? I gotta remember to switch it to the League of Legends scene. I don't have the automatic switcher anymore because it just broke. It just broke and stopped working. They have Yasuo and Yone. This is what we call a living nightmare. And Pike. I'm just gonna get Assassin. I have to build defensive. Defensive doesn't mean anything on me though. It just means that I go Rylai's, Liandry's, necessary. Maybe next item will be Zanya's. That's it. I can't build heal cut. I just can't do it. Wait, it's Aurora bot? Wait, we're saved. What does she do? Can I see the abilities of Professor? Come on, save me here, bro. Save me, Professor. Sends out a missile, leaps in a direction, converges, blasting people. Okay. So I have to watch out for a dash. To watch out for a dash, I have to watch out for... What else? Wait, she can go invisible? Wait, is this like... I don't even know. We'll see. Why is she so good at dodging? Alright, okay, Thrush. You're gonna bait me with that? It's fine, bro. Giving my Thrush everything I have. This is the best performance I'm ever gonna give in League of Legends. Hit them both. Gonna spread it to both. Oh, they're so screwed. I thought Thrush was gonna get that, but maybe he didn't have it up. Okay, Thrush, you're just gonna tank the entire damage? Alright, you know what? I'm getting ready to ward. But you want to ward at like 250-ish, if you can. No, Thresh, no. I assumed she was gonna flash, so I kind of, you know, did a prediction there. Either way, she flashed, so it's really not that bad of a deal. But yeah, it kind of sucks that. Darn. I mean, Diana's not here. What? That flash is ridiculous. I think it only looked crazy because he went invis right after. It's a great back for us, the cannons of their tower. Could I have gotten a little bit more if I stayed? Yes. Is that worth it? No. Top lane, Renekton is losing to Yasuo. That is literally impossible for Renekton to lose. I don't know what is happening here. He's about to lose the fight too. What's happening, bro? What is this? Is he new to the game? He's a mid laner. Oh no, dude. He's actually just new. He has no idea what's going on. I saved all my spells for this. Darn. She slowed me. I couldn't get past the minions there. Where is Pike? Whoa, that was about to be so aura if that guy could land that. I have flash though, so I should be able to do some stuff here. She's very good at escaping, I'll tell you that. There's one thing she's got going for her. She can escape like a motherfucker. I don't want to fight you guys, dude. So the question is, Diana, who do you think you are? When compared to me, do you think you can 1v1 me? You can do it. Pike died a little while ago, I gotta be careful. Thrash, help me push this. Thanks. I could use boots. I could use finished boots here, but I'm not gonna do it. Definitely not. This lane is pretty much even.
An enemy has been slain.
How is my top laner struggling this much? Like, he just has to press all his buttons on Yasuo. Let's observe. Let's see what's happening up here. He's just dying. This guy's sneaking me here. Holy fuck, the whole squad's here. I have 6. That was I cleared that for level 6. I have to dodge this. No! There's so much damage going out. Is it enough? Is it enough? Yes! It is. Holy. Nice. Wow, they got destroyed there. Diving with 4, leaving with 1. Now I'm really far ahead. I have full boots. I have 130 AP, she has 87. And she doesn't have boots. That pike can't hit me, dude. You can't do it. I won't let you. Yeah, I bet Diana's just doing it. We can't do anything. Pike's top to save our auto-filled top laner. Top is auto-filled. Saying this for no reason. They just got destroyed there. Dude, Brand is so freaking OP. It's so fun. Excellent. Honestly, the fact that he left is huge. I mean, do we push this? I don't know. Okay, Yone left. It's fine. I still need a lot of gold. I'm just gonna stay. I'm just gonna stay. What's the worst that could happen, bro? What's the worst that could happen? I mean, they could get Dragon, I guess. But am I even a threat if I don't have Rylai's? Especially against their team that's very move speedy. I'm just gonna refresh that Fairy Ward. Okay, let me back actually now. I don't know if you hear me, Thresh, but let me back. I can get Rylai's, it's huge. It's gonna make you hooking a lot easier too. Get a little bit of that, a little potion. Okay, we should be good to go. As long as these people don't fight immediately and wait for me, that would be sick. Well, I mean, if they're gonna stay in lane, I'll just meet them. That's, didn't expect that. Thought for sure that they were going to, I was trying to predict Mr. Dude there. Darn. I was trying to predict Pike, but who knows where this guy is. This isn't Poe. I thought I changed the... I didn't change the thumbnail, yeah. But I thought I changed the title. I already did the POE thing. Legitimately, I did it, dude. It was like an hour of me going through videos. I'm gonna put the VOD up for it and just see what it looks like. I mean, it's kind of rambly, and it's a lot of it is just me staring at Poe and being like, I have no idea if this is good or not. But long story short, the new league looks good. A lot of changes, so I don't know if you played it before, but it was good before. I think it's gonna be even better now. Oh, screw you, dude. Yep, she can dodge all my stuns whenever she wants. Bro, the fact that she didn't even care. Oh, you might be dead. Watching. Alert. The new matchmaking system is working for me and my duo. Oh, I'm not invested in POE. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, POE takes a lot of free time. I feel like the people who enjoy it the most are people who either have jobs where they work from home, so they can, like, in between work they can do post stuff, or it's people who took time off to play the league. It's very time intensive. If you do like 2 hours a day or something after work, it's gonna be a little difficult to get through everything, but you won't run out of content. But what do you mean by for you and your duo? Are you guys passive? Are you guys PvPers mostly? Because I've noticed the passive lobbies are more fun now because people are normal. There's just not that many rats anymore. All the rats turned into PvPers. Holy shit, these guys are just... These guys are annoying. We're super PvE finally seeing... Yeah, exactly. That's what happened to me. I came into some lobbies and things were just normal. People were just talking. You know, there was a little kid around. He was a little bit of a rat, but like, you know, everyone gave him a stern talking to, and then he changed his ways. Very chill, very relaxed. But I've been on the other end of it too, where I've been in some PvP lobbies, and they are definitely PvP lobbies. As it should be. You did a solo Bastion run, and 4 of the raiders helped out. We shared resources. Ooh. A merchant RP player? What? You must be in some crazy PvE queues. I think I'm a little less on the left side of that graph that they put out. I'm not like a full passive because I end up trying to do things with people. 16-7. They are not doing well. They are not having a good time. Yeah, unfortunately, I was the one tanking that. What is happening, dude? What is happening? Well, she had flash the whole time. Wait, Ivern? Ivern got in the Herald? Okay, well, I still killed her somehow. What in God's name? I'm pretty much zero shoot back policy, although it doesn't matter much. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm kind of in the, if they're very suspicious, I might shoot them first. Like if I use my mic with someone and they're like behind a pillar and just like watching me, then I get a little suspicious. And I might shoot them back, you know? But it's, I don't know. Most people I know are having a good time with it. The only complaints I've seen is from people who are rats and they can't get back into passive lobbies easily. And it's like, like, bro, who cares? You're a rat. who's gonna feel sorry for you? Oh no, you can't shoot people who have no weapons anymore. Wow. How could this game do that to you? Wow, dude. I should be going mid, but my mid laner is mid. Oh wait, is League of Legends, can you guys hear the game? Let me see. Yes, you guys can. Cool. Yep, it's audible, yeah. I was looking at the levels just now. I want to kill this guy, but I know that I could be in trouble if he hits a knock up on me. Do it. Oh wait, he was gonna kill me. Wow, he had flash the whole time. This guy is such a dweeb. I got outplayed, dude. He had things. He was oh, he also had someone coming down, so I was dead no matter what, huh? Why did she come bot when there's a wave dying mid? Yeah, I got outplayed. If he didn't have flash, I guess I would have been fine. But then again, if I didn't have flash, I would have died. The circle of life, huh? My real PvP friend who's not a rat is now going on rat hunts? What? My 100% my rat friends are not happy. I think that's hilarious that you're like, yeah, I have my friends, and then I have my rat friends. My rat friends, they like cheese. My rat friends, they can't watch Tom and Jerry. Pisses them off too much. Dude, we are taking a risk doing this without our mid laner. Okay, we're definitely leaving this thing. Dealing a lot of damage. Is it enough? Maybe, maybe not. Do they have magic resist yet? No. Okay. I gotta stay on top of rat tactics somehow. That's just so funny to me. I wonder if you said to your friends that I have some rat friends and I have some PvP friends, would they know who they are? I could have played that much better. Sorry, team. Don't worry, bro. You are trying your best. See? That's called positivity. That's the first and the last time you're gonna see that here. Saved your life, buddy. Saved your goddamn life. I just don't do much dragon damage in this game. Cool. She did a lot there, but it wasn't quite enough for... Okay, well... I'm gonna die to that if she's gonna flash ult me. I mean, I guess, Diana. My favorite story is a rat friend who's ratting on top of control tower. Then he fell and a random said, "Oh, you were ratting. Okay." And Iltor. How could they tell he was ratting? Did he fall down? Oh, I guess, no, that makes sense. That's really funny. All right. I like Ivern. Best Ivern I've seen in a while. Alright, well, he's not saying anything about my brand. That's kind of weird. What you think? It's kind of weird that he's not saying anything nice about my brand right now. Excellent, because the ill-told guy saw someone shooting and saw my friend fall. Okay. Jesus, dude. Let me go down there, help my support out. He's freaking out. Get over here, Pike. What the fuck? Wait, Thresh is actually gonna 1v1 the jungler there? No, get away from me. Nice. Wow. A victory. Does that put me back in Diamond? I guess we'll see. Honors all around. Nope, I still need one more game. One more win. We'll do one more. One more couldn't hurt. Let me... Careful. What are you talking about? Oh, Emerald 1. Wow. Wow. Okay, match history. Let's see how lucky you're getting. Thank you. Oh my god, how many wins in a row is this? 5 wins in a row? 1 in 6 victory. 3 and 4 victory. 3 and 4 victory. 3 and 7 victory. I'm not looking at the assists. Forget that. This is a shame. Oh my god, even more victories? What the hell? Do you think you'll cover the whole Aztecross thing with the Marathon v D2 community? Honestly, I saw some of that and I was like, is it my place to do this? Because I didn't play much Destiny. So I felt bad because I don't know. I'll look into it. That's a good idea. Why not? Why shouldn't I look at it? Was it like a mostly negative thing? Was Aztecross, was he angry? Is he mad that D2's dying? I feel like it makes sense for him to be mad. And I think the review bombing is funny. I mean, I don't really see anything other than it being funny to me. No hovers from my team. My Bard wants to swap. I don't want to swap with you, buddy.
Ready to set the world on fire.
Boiled down to Aztecross saying he's gonna send a message to Bungie by making sure Marathon fails. I mean, damn, that is crazy. Well, now I'm interested. I thought... Is that why people review bombed? Or is that separate? Because I saw the review bombs and I was like, this is crazy. Yeah, that is a very funny video. I think I'll do that. Maybe I'll do it today. If you see me wearing the same shirt in another video, then you know. Then you know that I did it today. Thank you. See, this is why having a community is nice, because they can give you the scoop on things. Because, you know, I'm just one dude. Paul Tassi talked about the whole thing, and Jason Schreier of all people. I saw the Jason Schreier video pop up on my thing, and I was like, I should have clicked it. I knew it was going to be good. Forbes gang is hopping on the topic. Of course they are. I mean, if a content creator can make your game fail, then your game kind of sucks. Like, it's not like Ninja could have said Elden Ring sucked and he would have stopped and everyone would have stopped playing it. You know, it's a good game. People would have been like, okay, Ninja, you're an idiot. Are you freaking kidding me? They dodged. No, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure that the drama's been hashed out a little bit by now, but I still like making the late videos either way.
I'm on to you.
I think the D2 community going to Warframe would be the best thing ever for them. Because Warframe has plenty of lore. It is mostly PvE. There's very few people who care about PvPing in Warframe. The devs continuously add stuff. The only thing is, like, once the Destiny fanboys are done with it, it's getting worse on the subreddits, and Aztecross is making memes of pro marathon, and it's getting really, really interesting. Okay. I guess we're gonna do the video. Yeah, okay, buddy, trade me. Wait, he took Brand? That's my main dude. Okay, I'll play ADC. Fine. Dude, honestly, if I had to pick a side, I'm Team Aztecross now, dude. Because the more I think about it, how dare they? How dare they delete one game to try to fund another? Ridiculous.
All the world.
I have to pick Ashe here, because if they pick Caitlyn, I'm completely screwed bot lane. Ezreal. Ooh. When Jason Schreier comes out of the woodwork to comment, you know it's making the rounds, yeah. Yeah, I guess I know what I'm doing today and tomorrow. Just gotta gather up all the pieces of info on this drama. Very, very interesting. I didn't link my stream on purpose. Always look forward to your content. Keep them coming. Yeah, I mean, if you have any suggestions or things you think I could improve, I'm always down to hear it, to be honest. I would say it's hard to do the content if I don't find it interesting. Luckily, everything I'm doing, I find interesting. If I can make a stab in the dark request, yeah, go for it. There's also, if you feel like typing it instead of, or if you feel like putting it in Discord, you can do that too. I think I don't know if you guys can see the suggestions tab, which would be hilarious because it's meant for you guys to see it. Let me see. Suggestions. Yeah, you guys can see that. So yeah, whenever you want to throw things there.
Is my
River Goddess. River Goddess playing Nami is, yep, it is a Nami main. Excellent. We're so good, boys. GTA 6 Online becoming increasingly lives. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, what? Sorry, this lane is getting a little heated right now. I'll read that in a second. Increase in live service user pool, or if it will reduce live service use. I see what you're saying. Like, oh, it's kind of like how, you know, League of Legends took all the MOBA players. I think live service is too broad of a concept for it to really affect live service games. Like, for example, Call of Duty live service. Are people gonna stop playing Call of Duty to play GTA? Probably not. I'd be more concerned about like the category. So like open world, like type of thing, like that, you know, open world social games. If GTA RP is like big, which I assume it's gonna be big, maybe RP games kind of take a hit. But yeah, I don't think, like, extraction shooter players, they're gonna buy GTA, but they're not gonna, you know, play it 24/7. I don't think it's gonna do it, but that's just in my initial thoughts. You never know what'll happen when I look into it a little bit more. Oh no, give me the, oh, no tower tick, that sucks. Gonna wait for 50 gold, or for a little bit of gold. I think if the companies are trying to say, yeah, dude, we're shutting down our live service because GTA 6 is going to take all our stuff, I think that's a good excuse, basically, for their failing. Why are they so much stronger than us? He's a tier. That doesn't make sense to me. Sona just can't be that strong, right? That felt a little bit weird. It's a little weird there. That's so lame that he was here. So dumb, dude. What is my jungler doing if this Shaco can sit here and just full camp us? What is he doing? Alright, I can read this now. Some analysts like Michael Pachter is saying that smaller live service firms should reconsider, but larger ones will be fine. Smaller live service firms, really. I mean, it's a very interesting idea. I just think they're falsely categorizing these games. Like, people aren't, oh man, I can't wait to play the next live service game. They're just not saying that. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, it's not like, yeah, it's not like GTA is gonna replace an FPS shooter or something, or a MOBA. Are we not doing this, bro? Awesome. This guy is literally always here in my lane. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. This Ezreal is being handed a free lane because my jungler doesn't know what it means to play the game. I don't think I linked my stream. I'll link it so they can hear my anger. Not gonna happen, but wouldn't it be funny if Sony sold Destiny to Microsoft via Activision? What? What? I mean, would it be great to get some of Halo Studios somehow on Destiny? That would be interesting. They kind of feel like the same game sometimes, or at least they have the same feel in like the shooting and stuff. I'm just dead as hell. Ugh, this is really stupid. This fool got ahead because our jungler sucks, dude. Our jungler freaking sucks. Can't do anything about this. If anyone's in the market to buy, it's probably NetEase, Nexon, or Tencent. Tencent's definitely the #1 person on that list. Not saying they buy anything like it's a bad thing, but they buy everything. No, I gotta run. This is so dumb. Handed a free lane, dude. Ezreal hit one lane, one Q the entire lane, and he gets rewarded. What a god. Hope this Shaco carries them. He's just way ahead of me. So lame. We're just getting cooked here. Meanwhile, we have this Sejuani fighting people in random spots. My top laner is dying to a little 80 carry top. Sad day. It's worth, dude. I got so many kills there. Look, 3,000 gold. What in the world? I've never played League of Legends. Wait, I've never played League because of the original Adobe Air requirement. What? How long ago was that? I feel like... I mean, I started playing this game in 2012. I don't remember needing Adobe Air. But maybe I just had it. I don't know. I should have played. I love the original StarCraft. Wait, you liked Dota? Yeah, dude. If you like Dota, you probably should have played League. What are they doing? Why are these guys giving me free stuff? Ashe win condition carry me out of this shit game. Darn. That would have been sick. If I hit that arrow and it killed her. Ooh, can you imagine? Yeah, I remember when I first started playing League, I thought I could move the minions. I was like trying to hover them and grab them like StarCraft. Because the only game I played that was like this before that was StarCraft. So I definitely get that. These guys say that I'm the win condition, but this is a lot of condition. I gotta win. I gotta survive a Shaco. I have to kill a Callista who is literally farming this bear instantly every single time. This guy sucks. My brand wants to stay here and farm minions. That's fine, dude. I'm not here for anything. I deal so much damage. I have death every time the Shaco shows up because he is an assassin. Excellent.
No fate is written.
What is happening top, bro? What is happening? What have they done to me, dude? She dodged it! Dude, she's better. She's just better. She's literally cheating. I'm dead. Thank God for Sona stun, dude. Sona heal. Amazing stuff. Long time ago. Yep. Adobe Air was a requirement. What? Oh wow. I don't know. Maybe I just had no clue what I just had it on my laptop anyway or something. Was there a reason you couldn't have Adobe Air? Or was that just how it was, you know? Oh wow. This is just so difficult. The amount of things I have to do in these fights is actually not fair. It is literally just not fair. I have to like split my eyeballs in half and do everything. Why is this Volibear down 5,000 gold? Who has caused us this type of pain? I'll tell you this right now. This team's got one chance, and I don't think it's me. I think at the end of the day, it's gonna be like our mage who's 2 and 8, or our top. Like how both of my solo laners went 2 and 8. How's that real? Does anybody know why this is happening? Yep, thanks, bro. Glad you farmed that. His name is Your Own Fault. Did I play with him recently? No. Holy moly, dude. Yeah, I can't really do anything when top lane is 77 CS at 19 minutes. Even if he was doing poorly, he would have like as much CS as I do, which is 130. Quite the event. Can't believe I got outplayed like this. Who could have thought this could happen? Quadra kill, let's go. Low key, if Volley had hands, we would have won already. I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. You can't go 77 CS. What is he? A jungle main? Ugh. Bro is Angie? Who is Angie? What is he talking about? Wait, is he stream sniping? There's no way. That can't be real. How could he stream snipe though? Because I only linked it in... Did I link it in all chat? No. I don't think so, right? No, there's no way. There's no way. How does he know I'm angry? Maybe he's just saying that because I like tried my hardest to win that fight. Saltier than corned beef brine. Okay, this guy died again in the corner. No, dude, my flash just came up, I swear. You tried, I tried. Nami tried. Let me tell you who didn't try. Let me tell you, their name starts with fuckface. Excellent work, bro. I'm glad you learned to press your buttons. I lose this game undeservedly. This is one of those games where I played my heart out and they ripped it out. I can't believe it. I can't believe I lost 22 points for that. I did more damage than my mid and my top combined. Volibear 5k gold. Forget damage. 5k gold. Had a lane to himself. Just had to click the minions. Oh my god. That's crazy. This is reportable behavior. I'm reporting this. Got mad. He was auto-filled. Decided to feed and stop trying. Yep, that's what he did. My mid laner was also really bad. Who is this? Nog Donkey. Hashtag donk. What? Is this person in my game? No. This should be interesting. Wait, they're not even online. This is probably a bot. View profile. Level 30. Yeah, they haven't played any games. I think it's a bot. I'll unadd them. Well, that is cruel and unusual. But that being said, I think you guys know it is time for me to end. I will look into that Aztecross drama. Thanks for making me aware. I didn't realize it was so funny, to be honest. To be honest, I kind of felt bad about Marathon. I mean, they have their like new patch coming up, but I don't know. Are people gonna play that if they killed everything else? Probably not. Anyway, yeah, I guess you can look forward to that. I could have that done by tomorrow, to be honest. It just depends on if I can get everything together tonight and then do it, because it shouldn't take much editing, at least, to do that type of video. It'll just take a lot of gathering my thoughts. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I love you guys so much. Oh, I tried to click stop streaming.